Hi everyone, in this video I will show you how to build a responsive layout for your website using Material UI in React. So first of all I'll show you what exactly we'll be building in this video. So as you can see on the screen, it's a grid layout. So whenever we start designing our website, the first step is we build a layout which is responsive. Now, what is a responsive layout? Responsive layout is something that adjusts itself according to the screen size. For example, if I have built this website, so what I want is that this website should run on my laptop, my PC, my iPad, or my smartphone, Android phone, which are devices with a different screen sizes. So as you can see on the screen, so I've built a simple layout where I've just created some blocks which are called grids. In order to build a responsive layout, what we exactly do is we divide the space into columns and the rows. So here, as you can see, I've divided the entire website space into 4 columns and 2 rows. So let me show you like how this layout works on the different screen sizes. Now you can see on the screen that on my laptop all the 4 columns are appearing all together. Let us see what will happen if I reduce the screen size. So let me try and reduce the screen size. So you can see as the screen size goes from the large to the medium screen size, the number of columns go from 4 to 2. So now the rows becomes 4. So the number of blocks are exactly the same. The total number of blocks are still 8, but they have adjusted themselves to fit to the smaller screen size. So if I increase the size, the number of blocks are still 8, but now they are appearing in a different layout. 4 blocks in one row, and there are 2 rows. If I reduce the size, now there are 2 blocks in one row, but there are 4 rows. So let me reduce the size further. So now what if the screen size becomes too small and it's hard to fit even the 2 blocks on the same row? So if I reduce further, if I make the screen size small, now there is only 1 block appearing on the screen. This is how the website will look like if it's a small screen like your phone, or if you're running this website on phone. So there are still the 8 blocks, but they have again readjusted themselves to the screen size. Now only 1 block appears on the screen in one row. So the total number of rows becomes 8. So this is something that we call responsive layout. Now you can see that I've given different colors to the different blocks. This is just for the explanations, but actually all these blocks will have some kind of content in them. As of now, I've just written a simple text, hello, hello, or something, hello world. But actually you will see on the websites that here can be some logo, and here can be these 3 can be a nav bar, or here can be some kind of form to fill the details. So there can be different content on this website, but before even building the content, we divide the website into a grid where we have the blocks, and we define like how many blocks will appear in one row if the screen size is large or if the screen size is small. So this is the concept of the responsive layout, and we'll be building this layout using Material UI and React. So let's get started with that. So as of now, I have a simple create React app. I've already created it. I've named it as a grid. So it's running on localhost 3001. So this is how it looks like now. Now I will be designing the same layout here. I'll try to mimic this layout here. So first of all, let's go to app.js in our create React app, and let's delete all the default things here, and let's put hello world just to check if everything is fine. Okay, so now my app shows hello world, but actually what I want is I want to show something like this, a layout something like this. So for that I'll be using Material UI. So first we have to see how to install. I'll show you how to install Material UI. Okay, so if you go to the installation page of Material UI, here you will see the commands that you need to run to install Material UI. So if you are using npm, then you have to run this command, or if you are using yarn, then you have to run this. So I'm using yarn for this app, so I'll be copying this command, and I'll go to my command line here. I'll open a new tab and I'll paste this and run this command to install Material UI in this application. So let's wait until this entire installation is complete. So now the installation of the Material UI in my app has been completed. I can go and check this in package.json. So here if we see, this is the package that we have installed just now. So what I'll do is I'll just import. First of all, I need to import grid from Material UI, and this grid component we will be using to build a layout like that, which is fully responsive and can work on the different screens. So let's see how to build this using a grid component from Material UI. So let's delete all this. So what we will do is we'll create one grid component, and this grid component will say that it's a container. So inside this container there will be more grid components, which will be item. So by container I mean the entire website, and I will create a different items, which these items will be these blocks. So the container is the entire space and item is a one block here, as you can see. Okay, so this is an item. So what I'll do is I'll give some CSS to this item. I'll say the background color just to see how it looks there. So I'll give some background color as red, and I need to give some height here, 300 pixels, let's say. Okay, so let me save this. Okay, so now it's been saved, and if I go here, I see nothing right now. So what I'll do is let me just put some text here first. Let's see if this text I can see over there. Okay, so now this component has appeared, and because I have given a height of 300 pixels, it's starting here and it has a height of 300 pixels. It's up to me actually. I can give a height of 200 pixels. Okay, now the component is a little bit smaller. So now the main thing here we have to do is we have to define these three things: large, small, and extra small. So now what are these three? These three are these are the places where we define like how many blocks will be appearing in one row here on the screen. So for the large screen I'll define it here, for small I'll define it here, and for the extra small I'll define this here. So in the world of web development we treat this entire row length as 12. So if I say that my large screen, this grid should have a length of 12, so it means that this one block will take an entire space from start till end. So if I say that on a small screen, okay, let me give a 12 everywhere. So let me save it. Okay, now you can see this is taking the entire space. This is one block which is taking the entire space because the entire length is 12. So if I reduce the length to 6, to 6, this block will be taking 50% of the space on the screen. So let me save it, and okay, now you can see it's taking 50% of the space in one row. Okay, now you know the basics, like how to define how much space this element will take. So let's say, what if I say that this length has 4? So if the total length is 12, if I say keep this length as 4, it means I'm saying that take 1/3 of the space on the screen. So if I save it, it will be taking 1/3 of the space. So this is the logic behind it. So to build this kind of layout, so what we need is on a large screen. So this entire space is 12. So we need 4 blocks on the screen in one row. So that means on a large screen we need to define the length as 3. Okay, so if I define the length as 3, so I'll be able to fit 4 blocks here. So let me copy and create 4 blocks. So now there are 4 blocks on a large screen. The length is 3. That means all the 4 blocks will be fitting in one row because the entire space is 12. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So all the 4 blocks can fit in one row. So let me give different colors here, like yellow and green, just to distinguish between these items. So let me give as gray. If I save this, so now all the 4 blocks are fitting in one row. What if I like give the length on a large screen as 6? So the first element is 6, the second element is 6. So these 2 elements make a total length of 12. So this means that only these 2 elements can fit in one row, and for these two elements there will be a separate row. So we will have two rows in this layout. So let me save it. And okay, now can you see how these blocks have readjusted themselves into two rows? But I want to build something like this, so I'll just move it back to 3. Okay, let me save it. Okay, so now these 4 columns are there, 4 blocks which are in the same row. So we'll create 4 more here, just like this. Let me copy all 4 and create 4 more. What I need to do is I need to change the colors just to different colors for each and every block. So let me give blue, orange, black, silver. So I've created 4 more blocks which will be appearing in the second row, and they all can fit in the second row because the length of one block is 3. So if I save it, now I have 2 rows here. Okay, so the same thing we need to define it on. Now as of now we are working on the large screen, but the same thing we need to define on the small as well as the extra small screen. So what if I like keep 3 here, small and extra small? I'll keep 3 for all kind of screens. For each and every block I will change the screen size to the length of the block to 3. So now all the screens, for all the screen sizes, that is large, small, extra small, length of the block is 3. Let me save it. So now what will happen if I reduce the size of the screen? Even if I keep reducing size of the screen, still the length of, if I this is the minimum I can reduce on my browser. You can see still 4 blocks are appearing on the same row, but in our original application, if you see, if I have a large screen, then I have 4 blocks in one row. If I make it small, then I have only 2 blocks here, and if I make it extra small, then I have only 1 block here. So we need to achieve the same kind of result in this app which we are building. As of now, it's like all 4 blocks are appearing in the same row, doesn't matter what the screen size is. So this layout is not very responsive. So what I need to do to make it responsive is that we need to change the length on the small screen. Let's say for a small screen I change the length to 6. So what will happen on a small screen? Only 2 elements can fit on a space, because 6 plus 6 is 12, and the total length of the screen is always 12 in the world of web development. Let me change it to 6. So if I change it to 6, now let me save it. So now let me try. As you can see, this has already became responsive. So have the large screen if I make it small, but now half of the work is done. Like if I make it small, only 2 blocks appear on the screen, because if the screen is small, I won't have enough space to fit all the content in one row. So I'm changing the layout in the smaller screen. So now the thing is, but we haven't changed anything for a extra small screen. Let's say I keep reducing it. When the screen size become extra small, it is still back to the original layout, just like on the large screen, which is not something that we want. In an extra small screen, what we want is we want to see only 1 block in one row. So we need to make changes to that as well. So let's go to extra small. I'm making it 12. By making it 12, I'm saying that on extra small screen, just show 1 element in a single row, because the total length of a screen is always 12, and I want to use the entire space for 1 element. So I'll make it 12. And I've made it 12 for all the elements on an extra small screen. So now let's see how the website changes. So now the screen size is large. Let me make it small. So it's working for the small. Now what if I make it extra small? So now you can see on the extra small screen, only 1 block is appearing in one row, and there are 8 rows, because there are 8 blocks. So 8 rows for each block. So if it is medium screen, then 2 blocks in one row, and total 4 rows. So you've seen the power of Material UI and how it helps to make the website responsive. And the good thing is we haven't wrote much CSS to make it responsive. This grid element is doing all the magic behind, and we don't have to write any CSS to make it responsive. This CSS we have just written to present on the screen because we don't have a content to put right now. But if you are building some website, you can rely on building a layout like that first, and then what you can do is you can start putting the content in each and every block, whatever the content might be. It can be text or like anything you're building. So I hope you find this useful. So I'll be posting more videos on Material UI in the future. Thanks for being here and watching this video.